What's up, guys? I'm just gonna eat some Chick-Fil-A, so I figured we'd have a little mukbang. Hi! So, if you're curious about what I order to keep it low carb and keto friendly at Chick-Fil-A, I get the Cobb salad and I get the spicy grilled chicken on top. And then I had a coupon for some grilled nuggets for free, or some chicken nuggets for free. And I don't really love their grilled nuggets, so I got the breaded ones because these are only 12 carbs for 8 nuggets. So I'm splurging, bitch. I'm not making anything. I'm just eating. I figured we could eat together, you know? So I have my dipping sauces here. Eating some nuggies and some salad. If you guys have any keto questions, shoot. Oh, and one thing I really like about Chick-fil-A is they have Diet Dr. Pepper. That's probably like my favorite thing about Chick-fil-A. I love Diet Dr. Pepper. I'm doing keto and watching calories but can't lose weight. Hi, Pink Daisy. Are you tracking? For carbs, I try to shoot for about 20 net carbs per day because that's generally like what most people shoot for to stay in ketosis. So I feel really good when I eat around 20. But if I go a little over, I don't really sweat it. So for Chick-fil-A dipping sauces, I'm using the buffalo sauce right here. That one's keto friendly. The creamy salsa dressing is keto friendly. Their ranch is keto friendly. And of course, like mustard and the hot sauce. Trouble not eating fruit. So honestly, I don't feel like fruit needs to be like that demonized. And if you can make it work, especially like in the summer when fruit is in season, if you want to go up to like 40 or 50 net carbs so you can implement some fruit, I feel like that's fine because fruit is still low calorie and it's obviously natural, but you do still get the sugar. So if you're diabetic or something, that might be more of a problem. But for someone who's not diabetic and who's doing keto for weight loss, I feel like if you want to have some fruit in the summer when it's in season, then you can allow yourself some fruit and it won't throw you off that much, you know? We're half-assers up in here, so like we can have some fruit once in a while, bitch. You know what I mean? I'm eating 1 meal a day and snacks. So if you're doing 1 meal a day and snacks, that's not really 1 meal a day. So 1 meal a day is like eating, hi, I'm glad you caught the live. So 1 meal a day really is like eating once a day. So you're trying to basically like give yourself like an hour, maybe like a 2-hour window of like when you're eating, because doing that method really limits like the amount that you can like eat at one time. So if you're eating snacks too, that could be a problem because you could be overeating. I'm so glad you guys are joining me. I need to start eating. Hey Nina, I love you. I'm glad you caught my live. So another sauce, since I'm at home, I have my own sauces here. And so I'm dipping in the Buffalo Ranch. This is from Terrapin Farms. And you can find this at like TJ Maxx, Marshall's, Home Goods. There are only a few bucks. And this is less than 1 carb for 1 tablespoon. And it's really yummy. Yes, I do intermittent fasting, but I have also been doing keto for 3 years. So when I first started keto, like my first year, I didn't fast at all. It's just something that comes natural to you. And if you have to force skipping breakfast or skipping lunch, you shouldn't do it. And I only do it because it's literally like what I prefer and what makes me feel the best now. And it's something that happens over time, like as you become fat adapted. So don't feel like you have to start keto and intermittent fast right away because you don't need to intermittent fast whatsoever to lose weight. You really don't. I have regular nuggets. I'm splurging. I got an 8-piece regular nugget and it's 12 net carbs for this box of 8 nuggets. So I'm splurging and I got the breaded ones. Nina, I've been trying to find the G Hughes sauce and I can't find it. My Walmart doesn't have it. Becca, you're a hoe. No, actually, it's weird. So I started running. Well, not running, like I call it slogging, like slow jogging, because I'm really slow. But I was afraid that adding cardio like that to my day would make me a lot hungrier, but I pretty much eat the same still. So if you guys didn't know, G Hughes has a copycat sugar-free Chick-Fil-A sauce at Walmart right now, but my Walmart doesn't have it. It's called like cluck sauce, and it supposedly tastes just like Chick-Fil-A sauce. So try to find it. Oh, and they also have a Polynesian one, like G Hughes sugar-free Polynesian. Yes, I can do more Red Lobster, but I really love getting the all-you-can-eat shrimp when I go to Red Lobster. But yeah, I'll do more Red Lobster. I love Red Lobster. Mike doesn't really love Red Lobster as much as me. So Pink Daisy, I get asked about calories. I cannot eat and talk. I get asked about my calories all the time, and I don't like answering that because calories are personal to every person. What I eat and how many calories my body requires has nothing to do with what your body requires because it's based on activity, my height. I'm very short, I'm 5'3", and it's based on your goals. So what I eat isn't gonna be relative to you. So what I recommend you doing is what I've always done is I use Carb Manager. I download that app and I put in my stats and stuff, and that tells me how many calories I should shoot for. So that's what I recommend you do too. Because I don't want to tell you to eat 1,400 calories if you're 350 pounds, because that would be way too little. Your body is so big that it burns so many calories naturally. So when I was 340 pounds, like I was burning probably like 2,500 calories a day still. And I didn't need to be eating that low of calories, and neither do you if you are that size. So I don't want to tell anyone that they need to eat the amount that I eat. You know what I mean? Because it's different for everybody. Do I get tired of eating eggs for breakfast? I don't really eat a lot of breakfast, so I don't get tired of eggs. I love the Ultimate Feast too from Red Lobster. It's so good. What restaurant am I doing next? So I have a BJ's brew house in my draft folder that I'm finishing up. I don't know if you guys have a BJ's, but I love BJ's, the restaurant. It's really good. So how many meals a day do I have? When I first started keto, like my first year, I ate 3 times a day because I was coming off of a standard American diet where I was eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So that's what I stuck to. I just did it keto. I did keto foods. So eventually, like 4 or 5 months in, I became fat adapted and I was just like less hungry and I didn't feel like eating so often. So then I started skipping breakfast and just having like a coffee. And so then like a year or so in, I also stopped getting hungry around lunchtime most days. So nowadays, in my 3rd year, I pretty much have a lot of coffee and a lot of liquid, like for breakfast, like a lot of coffee, like drinks, water, whatever. And then I'll eat a really big, satisfying dinner because it works really well for my work schedule during the week. So typically now, like during the week, I'll eat like 1 big dinner, but it wasn't always like that. And I don't want anyone to feel like they have to do that to lose weight because you don't at all. Hi, Tammy. I'm eating Chick-fil-A. I don't count macros. I just count my carbs and calories. I eat a lot of protein just naturally, like I love meat and stuff, so I've never had a problem not eating enough protein, but I do recommend that if you don't eat a lot of meat, to make sure you're eating enough protein, because that's definitely like an important one. And then fat, of course, is not a goal. You don't have to meet that. That's just there for your satiety and flavor. Yes, I have a ton of loose skin. I literally have it everywhere. I have it on my neck. I have it on my chin. Look at my arms. I have it here. I have it on my thighs. I am covered in loose skin, bitch. Like, fucking, like it's everywhere. It's everywhere. Do I ever have high carb meals as a treat? Yes. Yes, I do. I am not in ketosis 24/7, 7 days a week, all year long. I am not. I definitely have off-plan days. I still have sweet cravings, and I don't think those ever go away. I think we're always gonna have sweet cravings, even if we cut out sugar and sweets completely. Like, we're still gonna crave that because we're fucking human beings. And I feel like anyone that tells you that they don't ever want a piece of cake or something is lying. But there are keto-friendly sweets that you can have. Like, you look for a keto bakery near you. For example, I have Keto Kitchen confections near me, and they're the best bakery ever that does sugar-free sweets and keto sweets. You can get Lily's chocolate at the store. You can get a bunch of recipes like on Pinterest. Just put in what you want and like add keto to it. And I guarantee you'll find a recipe, because there are so many keto alternatives for sweet things. You don't have to completely eliminate it. I'm sorry if I'm missing questions. I can't read them all. How much have I lost? I've lost 170 pounds. When I started keto, I started in the beginning of 2018, and I was 340 pounds, and I'm 5'3", and now I weigh about 170, and I lost most of my weight in the first 2 years. So the first year of keto, I lost 100 pounds exactly. Like on my 1 year ketoversary, I was like right at the 100-pound mark. And then my second year of keto, I lost 60 pounds. So then my third year of keto, I pretty much maintained, but I lost an additional 10. So I've been struggling to kind of lose more, because now I'm in the phase where I've lost so much that I have to reduce my calories more if I want to lose more weight. And I just I like to eat, you know what I mean? So I'm kind of like chilling here, and I'm happy here, you know? I've never really had a goal weight, so I'm just like kicking it, you know? Kicking it in the 170s. My blood pressure improved. I think it was 6 months in. I was on keto. In February, I started keto. In June, I was taken off blood pressure medication because I had lost so much weight already. Excuse me. It's really hard for me to eat and talk. I could keep burping. I've been keto for 7 months and I've only lost 40 pounds. First of all, let's reframe that. You have lost 40 fucking pounds. Congratulations, because that's amazing. Good for you. And who cares if it took 7 months? Like, that's not that long. You know, you've spent your whole life putting on weight. So to lose 40 pounds, that's amazing. That's amazing no matter how long it took you. And 7 months is not that long to lose 40 pounds. That is a lot of weight to lose. So first of all, reframe your mindset and don't compare yourself to anyone else who might be losing faster, because our bodies all lose weight at different rates, and there's nothing that any of us can do to control that, unless you want to fucking starve yourself. And don't starve yourself. You don't have to, because you can eat keto and you can lose weight and you can be happy. You know what I mean? So whether it takes you 7 months, 2 months, 13 months, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The time's gonna pass anyways. So just keep on keeping on, you know? I'm 53. Pink Daisy, I would recommend to track and make sure you're not overeating on your calories, because when you're adding cheese and cream and things like that, it's really easy to overeat on calories. And at the end of the day, calorie deficit still matters for weight loss. But keto has so many other benefits too that it's really hard to go back to like just calorie counting without keto, because like it balances your hormones, it makes you feel full, it really takes out a lot of the garbage that you'd be eating anyways, and that is hard to moderate, like donuts, cupcakes, shit like that. Like that shit is hard to moderate, you know what I mean? So I feel like keto's the way. Oh, thank you, Guzman family. That makes me feel awesome. So Chelsey, again, for calories, I recommend that you download the app Carb Manager and you put in your own stats and you get your calories that way, because they're going to be different for everybody. Somebody who's 350 pounds, it doesn't need to be eating the same amount of calories as somebody who's 150 pounds. So I don't think anyone needs to be given like a number for calories, because it's very personal. And if you eat too low of calories, you could fuck shit up, you know? No, I do not drink ketones. I don't advocate to purchase ketones. I feel like they're completely unnecessary, but at the same time, if you drink them and if you like them, if you sell them, whatever, like more power to you, I don't care. I just personally think they're not needed and they're very expensive and overpriced, and they don't do anything that your own body can't do by itself. I love you. Will you sing me a song? You're my favorite. I love your face more. Thank you, Chelsey. Chunky Mook. No, I didn't work out. I didn't start exercising until, I still don't really exercise, I guess. I lost 160 pounds my first 2 years without any exercise at all, and then I started taking daily walks because like moving my body didn't suck as much, you know what I mean, as it does when you're 340 pounds. So I really started to like walking daily, so I kept doing it. And this past year, like just the past couple months, I started incorporating slow jogging too. So this is all the exercise. This is the most exercise I've ever done in my life. Thank you, Daisy. You are so sweet. Did you eat most of your calories at dinner? Yeah, I do. I eat most of my calories at dinner because I work all day. So I have coffee in the morning, a lot of coffee, and then I get off work around 3:30, and then my boyfriend and I go, and we'll usually go to a restaurant and we'll just eat out, and I can eat keto at a restaurant, and it's a lot easier to not go over calories or carbs when you're only eating that one meal. And I'm not really hungry until like 3:30 or 4 anyways nowadays, so it works for me. It works for my schedule, but it's definitely not required. Lori, yes, I have loose skin on every fucking inch of my fucking body, and it's fine. Like, it doesn't bother me, and it's something that I was actually excited about when I was morbidly obese. I was like excited to find loose skin. I was like, I want loose skin. I want that. You know, I would like see transformation photos of other people, and they would post their loose skin, and I'd be like, oh, I'm jealous. I want that, because my skin was full of fat and making me unhealthy. So now trading that for loose skin, I feel like it's such a fair trade. So if you're scared of loose skin, I promise it is so trivial. Don't be scared of it. Don't be scared of it at all. It's not that big of a deal. And it can be removed if, like, you know, if it bothers you a lot. So it's not even permanent. Chunky Mook. Yeah, I know. A lot of us have gained weight the past year, you know, but it is what it is. We know what we have to do to get our shit together. It's clean up our diet, move a little more if you can, but like you said, if moving hurts for you, it's not required. I didn't move at all my first 2 years. I just focused on diet. So, you look fabulous. Oh, thank you, Queen. Thank you, Lori. I appreciate that. Kimmy, it wasn't hard to start because I felt so desperate at that point in time. I'm so sorry, I'm like burping. So in 2018, I felt so desperate. Like I felt my health just like declining. I was on blood pressure medication and I was 32 or 33 or something. And I was having trouble breathing because my chest was so heavy from weight that my lungs literally like had trouble filling up with fucking air. And I was having panic attacks because of my size. I was having social anxiety. I was scared to go out and do things with my friends because I was scared about not being able to fit in a booth. About like what if they sit at a bar stool and I can't get up on the bar stool? Like I was just having so much anxiety and my feet would hurt constantly. Like my feet hurt all the time. And it was just such a shitty quality of life. And I was scrolling Facebook one day and I saw one of my real life friends post a 100-pound weight loss by doing keto. And I had no fucking clue what keto was. I was like, what is that? So I started Googling it and researching it. And I was like, I can do this. Like, I feel like I can do this too. So I started just immersing myself in knowledge. And that is what I recommend everyone do when you're starting something such as this, which is such a lifestyle change. Because at the end of the day, it needs to be a lifestyle change and it needs to be sustainable to your life. So there is no like one size fits all how to keto. I show you how I keto because it works for me and it's eating out a lot. But that might not be how you need to do it. But you can certainly mold it to however you need it to fit into your life. It doesn't have to be very strict ingredients. It doesn't have to be like if you do 21 carbs one day, you need to quit because you can't do this. Like, that's stupid. Be easy on yourself. Mold it to your life. I promise it's adjustable and sustainable, and you'll find ways that you enjoy it, and you'll stick with it. Thank you, Andrea. Did you doubt fear eating so much fat when you first... So, I don't really, and I never have like done keto in a form of like adding fat, like eating a lot of fat. And I think that's a misconception that keto like has to be like high fat as fuck for you to like be doing keto right. And you don't, especially if you're doing keto for weight loss, you really don't need to be adding all the extra fat. Like I just kind of added it to like give me flavor, like butter on my vegetables, butter on my steak because I like the flavor. But you don't need to be drinking bulletproof coffee and like 700 calorie heavy cream drinks. You don't need to be doing that, especially if your goal is weight loss. If your goal is weight loss, I would focus on more protein, low carb instead of adding the fats. Because your body is in a state of ketosis when you reduce the carbs, not when you add the fat. And I think that's the misconception. You don't have to have the high fat part to be in ketosis. All you need is the low carb part. But yeah, I mean, a ton of people are like, what? I can't eat butter. That's not a diet food, but you can. I never got keto flu, Jasmine, and I think it's because I have never been a huge water drinker, and that's like so shitty to admit, but when you don't drink a ton of water, you don't flush all of your electrolytes out the way that like a normal human being who drinks water does. So if you are a big water drinker and you're starting keto and you're starting to feel like crampy or like a headache or whatever, supplement electrolytes or drink pickle juice or something like that. And that will help you like with the keto flu, but I never had that. Do you know what keto is originally for? I believe it's for epileptic children because the ketones circulating in the blood does something with the brain where it like heals the brain therapeutically and it keeps epileptic children from having seizures. That is, I think, what it was for, but I don't know. Do I take electrolytes? No, I don't. And it's not that like I wouldn't benefit from them. I just don't feel like I need them because I don't drink a lot of water. And there's a lot of, there's a lot of sodium in electrolytes. And when you're not drinking like a ton of water, having a ton of sodium like in electrolytes can make you bloated and stuff. And that's what happens to me if I do drink electrolytes. So I usually just don't. How much water do you drink a day? Like hardly any. Like enough to take my vitamins. I drink coffee and tea mostly. Do you add cream to your coffee or drink it black? I add either half and half or, hold on. Or this creamer. I really love this creamer. This is, well, not exactly this flavor. This is the only flavor I could find. This is hazelnut, but this is Silk Unsweet Almond Creamer. It's a tiny bottle. I can only find it at Target, but it's 15 calories, 0 carbs, dairy-free, which isn't why I drink it. It's just because it's low calorie and 0 carbs, which is why I drink it. But it's very creamy. I love it, but it's really hard to find. This is hazelnut flavor. I love the unsweetened vanilla, but I will put this in my coffee or half and half, usually. I just try to do like a low calorie, extremely low carb creamer because I drink a lot of coffee, so I don't want to waste it in creamer, you know what I mean? Thank you, Andrea. I haven't even touched my salad because I'm trying to talk. Did you, let's see. Hey, Leah. So if you guys are in Arizona, Keto Kitchen Confections, they just left a comment there. Check out Keto Kitchen Confections. They're in Chandler, Arizona. The best keto bakery. They make the best food you will ever eat in your life, whether you're keto or not. Mike, my boyfriend, is not keto, and he's obsessed with everything that they make. They're so good. So Chandler, Arizona. If you're in Arizona, check them out. I'm in Tucson, which is like 2 hours away, and I will drive and make the trip to them because they're so good. Mct oil, completely unnecessary and stupid, and it'll make you shit your guts out, and it will also like eat styrofoam if you put it in a styrofoam cup. So like, I don't fuck with Mct oil. I think it's stupid. Drink ketones. I don't drink ketones. I don't recommend you drink ketones because your body makes ketones when you don't eat carbs. And people who tell you that you need to pay $80 for little packets of ketones are just predatory and trying to capitalize on you. Do I do any keto desserts? I have a keto chocolate chip cookie recipe, keto peanut butter cookie recipe, but you can just go on Pinterest and literally just put in like what dessert you want and keto, the word keto, and you can find any recipe, I promise. Just like, it's usually almond flour, swerve, some kind of keto sweetener, you know what I mean? Do I eat McDonald's ever? Bitch, I fucking love bunless McDoubles. I could probably live on bunless McDoubles extra onion because they're little bitty diced onions at McDonald's, bitch. I don't know what the fuck they do to those little onions, but they are like onion crack. Like, I love those little fucking onions. They are so good. I hope you're not watching this live by your children, by the way. I'm so sorry. I have a potty mouth. Well, I mean, I'm not sorry, but I have a potty mouth. This is TikTok. Instagram's used to it by now, but TikTok has never seen me live, I don't think. I have no idea what the last thing is that you guys heard me say on the other live, but my internet like went out or something. So I'm gonna dressing up my salad while I'm waiting for people to come back on. I don't know what happened with my internet connection, but it fucking took a jizz or something and went out. So I was probably sitting there talking to nobody for like 10 minutes. Story of my life, love that for me. Oh, and my favorite dressing, by the way, from Chick-Fil-A is the creamy salsa dressing. It is 2 carbs. But because I'm at home, I'm gonna use this buffalo ranch instead. But this is some good shit here, the creamy salsa, very good. Also the avocado lime ranch is pretty good. I'm messy. I'm messy. Does anyone else get their food all over their boobs every time they eat? I don't even have much boob anymore since losing weight, but somehow I get them covered in food. For what little boob that I have. This is gonna be really fun to eat in front of people, by the way, salad. I'm like the messiest salad eater. Thank you for mukbanging with me. It's my first mukbang. Am I saying that right? Is it Mukbang or Mukbang? I never know. I don't watch enough YouTube to like know the cool things. What is on my salad? So this is a Chick-fil-A Cobb salad. I got it with spicy grilled chicken. So normally I ask for no corn when I order this, but I couldn't figure out how to do that on the app. So there's like a little bit of corn, probably like 2 tablespoons of corn or something. No, not a big deal. Half-asser approved. But there's hard-boiled egg on this, tomato, lettuce, cheese, chicken. It's good. It's really good. Oh, and then if you're feeling frisky, you can ask Chick-fil-A for chili lime pepitas. These are pumpkin seeds, just flavored pumpkin seeds, and this packet is 1 net carb, and it'll add a little crunch to your salad. I just don't feel like them today. It is really good. If you've never had a Chick-fil-A spicy grilled Cobb salad, it's really good. For a fast food salad. I normally don't eat and talk, but I kind of don't have a choice right now, so sorry, I apologize. But yeah, for a fast food salad, this Chick-fil-A salad is pretty bomb. How is your food? Say hi to my TikTok.
Hi to your TikTok.
Mike.
That's
Did
French.
you fucking hear that? Mike just farted.
That's French for
You
hello.
farted on my live? That is disrespectful.
You're gonna get more views now.
That's disrespectful.
But that salad tastes better now too.
You're on live. Hi, Lexington. How did you and Mike meet? How did we meet? Oh, he's leaving already. So we met through like a mutual friend in 2004, we both had this one friend who introduced us, and then Mike was supposed to be like my my like one night stand kind of like rebound guy after being not in a really so I was with one guy all through high school, and him and I broke up, and I was single for a year, and I dated like a couple dudes in between, and then Mike was supposed to be like my big like one night stand, I guess, but then I never got rid of him. So that's how Mike and I met. Kristen, would your boyfriend come in and fucking fart on your live and on your food? Like, Jesus. Thank you, Snippy. I appreciate that. Hi, Denise. So salad dressing. If this is from Chick-fil-A, if you go to Chick-fil-A, I like the creamy salsa dressing the best. Their ranch is just okay. I don't feel like their ranch is very good, but I'm using this buffalo ranch stuff from Terrapin Ranch Farms, and you can find this at like TJ Maxx or Marshall's, or even I think their website. I think Home Goods has it too. They have a bunch of different flavors of this stuff, but this is like less than 1 carb, and it's really yummy. Can't believe you farted. Come say hi.
Hi.
He says hi, but like in a snotty way, like I'm annoying him. Is the Chick-fil-A sauce... So, Chick-fil-A sauce, like the actual sauce that's called Chick-fil-A sauce, it is not low carb. It's high sugar. But if you like that sauce, like me, that's my favorite one. G. Hughes at Walmart, they just came out with a sugar-free cluck sauce, which supposedly tastes exactly like Chick-fil-A sauce, except it's sugar-free and low carb. I've been trying to find it. My Walmart doesn't have it yet. The salad is really fucking good. I have a TikTok of this salad and how I order it and everything, if you missed it, but it's just the Cobb salad from Chick-fil-A with spicy grilled chicken. And this chicken, this is the first time it's like been kind of spicy. Actually, I don't know if it's this buffalo ranch sauce that's kind of spicy or the chicken, but I ain't no punk bitch. I fuck with spicy stuff, but this is like really spicy today. You're welcome, Denise. Let me show you. Let me show you what the G Hughes bottles look like, since my refrigerator is right behind us. So this is the G Hughes barbecue sauce. This is what the label looks like. And if you're looking for the Chick-Fil-A sauce, you'll find the one here that says like cluck sauce, but it's probably next to the barbecue sauces and stuff at Walmart. But like this barbecue sauce is 2 carbs. I love this stuff. It's really good. Oh, also for barbecue sauce, since I'm showing you barbecue sauce, this Sweet Baby Ray's makes a no sugar added barbecue sauce, and it's really good. This tastes legit. Actually, I think I like this barbecue sauce better than the G Hughes. This tastes like legit. Like, it's really good. And they use allulose, and this is 1 net carb per serving. So this is really yummy. Sweet Baby Ray's, no sugar added. Also at Walmart. What are your favorite non-scale victories since starting keto? I have so many, but I think what I'm appreciating lately for non-scale victories is my feet not hurting when I walk a lot or when I'm really active. Before, at 340 pounds, my feet would ache so bad, even if I just went grocery shopping, and I would have to like come home from grocery shopping. I couldn't cook a dinner and grocery shop like on the same day. I could grocery shop and stuff and bring food home, but then I couldn't cook until like the next day because my feet would hurt too bad by the time I would get home. And the cool part too about losing 170 pounds is when you drive, your stomach doesn't touch the steering wheel anymore. Excuse me. Doesn't touch the steering wheel anymore. I can shop and find clothes in the store that are in like multiple sections. Like I can shop in juniors, I can shop in ladies, and I can usually find something that's in my size. Whereas before, I would almost always have to shop online because I was too large for pretty much anywhere. Like even Ross, I could never find jeans that were big enough at Ross. I was like a size 30 jean, and Ross never had, my Ross anyways would never have that size. Even Walmart wouldn't have that size. So I would almost always have to get my clothes on the internet. I love Sweet Baby. Yeah, Sweet Baby Ray's is so good. Tammy, have you tried the buffalo cauliflower bites at Boston's?
Have you tried these nuts?
Mike wants to know if we've tried these nuts. I haven't, Tammy. Are they good?
Oh yeah, they're good.
I usually get the Cobb salad at Boston's because it's so freaking delicious. They put pecans on it.
I like the cock salad too.
Lexington, you think the G Hughes is better than Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce, really? I mean, I like them both. I like them both. I think they're both good. This salad is from Chick-Fil-A. It's the Cobb salad with spicy grilled chicken. Can you make a what I eat at Outback? Yes, I am definitely going to plan an Outback. How many carbs a day do you have? I try to have around 20 net carbs a day. But if I go over, like I don't wig. This is my lifestyle, you know what I mean? So I'm kind of past the point of like, oh my God, I ate 23 net carbs today, bitch. Like I'm kind of over that, you know? You should be too. At day 2, I wish I was over that. Are you at your goal or are you still trying to lose some more? Thank you very much. You know, I never know how to answer that because I've never had a goal weight ever, but I would still like to lose more. But I'm also not like gonna be super sad if I'm in the if I'm in the 170s for the rest of my life because I'm happy here, I'm comfortable here, I'm very healthy, like I can fit into clothes, like I can move my body without it aching, I can run a 5K at this weight and in this body, so I'm totally fine if I'm here for the rest of my life, but I think I would like to get into a healthy BMI range. Sorry, my nose is like really stuffy all of a sudden. And right now, I'm still obese on the BMI chart. And just for my own like goal, I guess, like my own, not necessarily goal, but like my own kind of like fuck you to my doctor, maybe. I just want to be not clinically obese on a chart. So that for me is going to be like 165, which is like totally attainable. It's not that far away. It's like 10 pounds away or whatever. So, but yeah, I'm totally happy here. What's your ultimate favorite keto food or meal to eat? Well, Nina, I think that's probably Brazilian steakhouse and getting meat sweats with you. What are you eating, Queen? I'm eating a Chick-Fil-A Cobb salad with spicy grilled chicken. The Chipotle cauliflower rice was fucking vile. Vile. Like, I would rather eat my own ass. And I'm not exaggerating. I'm not exaggerating. I heard it depends too on like if your Chipotle prepared it right or not. But when I tried it, it was literally so disgusting that like it ruined my bowl. So I'll never get the cauliflower rice again. Katie, he didn't take a shower this morning, so no shower music. I need to catch up on comments. Okay, hold on. I'm way behind. Is Mike eating Chick-fil-A too? Yeah, he just got a spicy sandwich because he is an asshole. And he got breaded nugs. No fries for him. Mike doesn't like Chick-fil-A's waffle fries, and I'm like ready to break up with him over that because I think he's a psycho, because I think Chick-fil-A has really good waffle fries. And he thinks they're trash. Have you heard of Village Inn? I have heard of Village Inn. We used to have a bunch of them here in Tucson, but they've all closed. And I don't really know if Tucson has a Village Inn that's still open. Thank you so much, Maisie Mo. That's so sweet of you to say. I really appreciate that. Kimmy, what was your question? Can you repeat it? Is keto all protein and vegetables? Oh, I think I did answer that. So keto doesn't have to be all protein and vegetables, but I personally like focusing on protein and adding a vegetable to it. Like, it's just easy and it's what I like. And it's even kind of what I would eat if I wasn't keto, is like a protein and vegetable. I'm just making it like a low carb variety. You know what I mean? So you totally don't have to like just do protein and vegetable, but some people focus on higher protein. The Olive Garden one with the broccoli and Alfredo. Isn't that so good? The Olive Garden Alfredo is amazing. Deal breaker. So, you know, a lot of people lose weight and then a lot of people gain it back. And you're not alone in that, especially with 2020. I've seen so many people that I follow on Instagram have posted that they kind of just let themselves go. What happens, I think, is like you just don't make yourself a priority anymore. And that's part of your healing. Like, that's part of the connection that you're trying to fix when you start this journey. So like if you started this in 2019 and you lost 50 pounds and then 2020 came and you gained the 50 pounds back, you didn't fix your mind yet. And that is key to sustaining this lifestyle and to sustain good health, because we're all doing this for different reasons, but I think we can all pretty much agree that we want to be more healthy. And so when we cope with food, like a lot of us did in 2020, that means that we didn't fix whatever was broken in our minds. And we have some more internal work to do, you know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just facts, you know what I mean? So we just have to dig deeper and figure out what it is that is going on and how do we fix it. And this is a lifelong journey, you know what I mean? So it's not like anything that you need to figure out tomorrow, but it is going to have to be something that you dig deep and you figure out like what's most important to you. Berries are keto. Yes, strawberries, blueberries, raspberries. But I'm kind of in the boat of like, if you want to go like 10 carbs over for some fruit, I feel like that's totally fine, especially if you're doing keto for weight loss, just because it's still pretty much low calorie. and you're still going to be in ketosis for the most part, as long as you don't go over like 40 or 50 grams of carbs. And if ketosis is also your goal, I think you can allow yourself like 40 or 50 carbs in the summer when fruit's in season. And if it's going to be something like if you implement some cantaloupe and that's going to keep you on track to be like keto most of the time, then I think that's fine. Well, good for you, Denise, for not giving up, because a lot of us give up and then we restart, and it's a lot harder to restart when you've had a setback. You know what I mean? So just keep on, keep the course, stay strong. Do you ever have a higher carb day or cheat meal? Yes, I am not in ketosis every day of the year, all of my life. I allow myself some food freedom. This is a lifestyle for me. So if I'm keto 95% of the time, and then 5% of the time I have some splurge meals or an off-plan day or whatever, that's just how I'm gonna roll. You know, I'm not gonna be somebody who is like never gonna eat a piece of pizza again for the rest of my life, but I don't need to eat it 95% of the time. I know what it tastes like. I know, like, and I know that I'll enjoy it, but is it going to be worth the setback to my goals? Probably not. But if it's a special occasion or something, then I'll give myself some food freedom, yeah. You're so welcome, Maisie. Do you do the keto drinks? By keto drinks, do you mean Prove It or do you mean ketones? Because no, I feel like those are predatory and they're very expensive, and it is just another weight loss product being pushed to a bunch of desperate people, because the weight loss industry is incredibly predatory and it's full of desperate people. I was one of those desperate people. That's why I have such an issue with weight loss products. And honestly, you guys, like, if you love ketones and if you sell ketones or whatever, like if you truly believe that they help you, I'm not really talking to you, and you do what you want. Like I think everyone should do what they want and what makes them happy. Like if you like the product, then do it. But I take such issue with these predatory companies that market to us being so desperate, because we're trying to save our life in a lot of ways. Like we're trying to lose this weight, we're trying to get healthy, we're trying to change our life. We don't need to do it with products. We need to learn how to sustain a lifestyle without implementing products and without spending money on something, because at the end of the day, this is for life. Are you really going to want to be buying weight loss products like ketones for the rest of your life? No, you're not. That's stupid. Your body makes ketones for free. And I'm not saying that like maybe they don't have benefits. I'm sure they probably do, whatever, but it is not something that's necessary to your journey and for weight loss. It's just not. And so that's why I have such an issue with it. And I'm not trying to piss anyone off that like sells them or drinks them. Like, you do you. I don't, like I say a million times, like I don't give a fuck what you do. I just give a fuck what I do, and this is what I think. And if you don't agree with me, you don't have to agree with me. But that's just where I'm coming from with that. You got this, girl. Yes. I'm not great about drinking water either. So Lava Mom, I'm not the person to ask for tips on drinking more water, because I pretty much don't. I drink coffee and tea. The Soph's words. I weigh about 170. I have been fluctuating between 170 to 175 for the last few months. Do you take any supplements? I just take vitamins and stuff. Just like, you know, the vitamin D, fish oil, stuff like that. Turmeric. Such a waste of money and tastes awful. Prove It made me sick. Yeah, I've heard that before. How often do you weigh yourself? So for me, I'm a data girl. I love data, and I'm not someone who's going to get triggered by fluctuations on the scale, because I already know that weight as a human person that's like alive and full of water and muscle and tissue, your weight's gonna fluctuate regardless of what you're eating or drinking. Like your weight will fluctuate. So because I know that, I weigh every morning, and I weigh at the same time every morning, at the same hydration level, like after I pee, completely naked, blah, 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 because I like the data. And it also is good for like to look at weekly trends, monthly trends, and stuff like that. But just because I like data, I weigh myself every morning, but you certainly don't have to do that. Like if it's going to trigger you, but your weight's going to fluctuate. Like it's totally normal. You're addicted to pop. Drink Diet Pop then. I'm drinking Diet Dr. Pepper. Cheers. Jenny Craig can also kiss my ass. Nikki, I agree with you. What are your thoughts on using Propel and water enhancers? I think that's fine. I think Mio, water enhancers, Propel, LaCroix, sparkling water, I think it's all fine. If it's all gonna like help you stay on track and it's all gonna like help you with hydration and stuff, totally have it. I don't think that you guys need to fear some of these like sweeteners like sucralose. A lot of people like to put fear in others about sucralose. But like, it's just a 0-calorie sweetener. It's not going to make you gain weight. It's literally 0 calories and it's fine. We don't need to be fearing all these like trace amounts of things in ingredients and stuff, you know? Hi, Stephanie. At my heaviest, Kimmy, at my heaviest, I was 340 pounds, and that was in the beginning of 2018. And I started keto in February of 2018. I lost 100 pounds in my first year, and in my second year, I lost 60 pounds. So now I'm about 170 pounds total lost. So my third year has been mostly like maintenance, and then I lost like 10 more pounds. Good for you, Eyes of Jade, 80 pounds. Congratulations, 2 snaps for Jade. What's with constipation on keto? I mean, that could be a lot of things. With keto, you're generally eating a lot more nutrient-dense foods, so your body has less waste going on, whereas if you were eating potato chips, candy, sweets, and stuff like that, so like your body tends to use nutrient-dense foods more and you have less waste, so you will shit less, for lack of a better term. And for me, like I started eating less frequently, so I was just like pure volume, like I was eating less volume in general, so that was making me shit a little less. And then sometimes you just like eat too much cheese, you know what I mean? And sometimes you just get backed up a little bit, but you're not technically like really constipated unless you don't shit for like a week. But if you haven't shit for like a week, then I wouldn't worry about it. But if you're just going a couple days without shitting, don't worry about it, it's fine. Keto at Taco Bell. I get asked to do Taco Bell all the time. I need to do Taco Bell. I just don't eat a lot of fast food, you guys. Like this Chick-Fil-A is like rare. What's your go-to meal at Chick-Fil-A? This is my go-to meal at Chick-Fil-A. It's the Cobb salad with spicy grilled chicken. Splenda is my sweetener of choice. So I love liquid Splenda because it's just sucralose, but powdered Splenda, I don't kick it out of bed, but I try to avoid it because it has maltodextrin and dextrose, and those are technically a carb. So 1 packet of Splenda is actually 1 carb. So I just try to like eat my carbs, you know what I mean? Like if I'm gonna eat carbs, like I want it to be in the form of like fucking delicious food, you know what I mean? So with Splenda, powdered Splenda, I just don't do it because it's got maltodextrin and dextrose, so that's technically a carb, when there are so many other sweeteners out there that don't have that stuff and that are a lot better. But liquid Splenda is totally good. I keep that in my purse. You're amazing. Wow, I'm super proud. Hey, Kimmy, you're so sweet, dude. I love you. Pink Daisy, my best tip for a sweet tooth is to keep keto sweets around in your house because you want sweets. So you can have keto sweets. There's a ton of sugar-free stuff that's still sweet. Lily's bars, keto ice cream, Google keto bakeries in your city. Like I said, if you're in Chandler or Arizona or the Phoenix area, keto kitchen confections, they're amazing. I put liquid Splenda in my coffee too. And skinny syrups. Do I have one nearby? No, I don't. It's too far. How many carbs do I have a day? I have about 20 per day. That's what I shoot for. Sometimes I'll go over, whatever. It's not a big deal. Do you recommend Atkins bars? Yeah, I like Atkins bars. I just try to avoid any bars that have, sorry, I'm getting a text. Any bars that have maltitol. So some Atkins bars, specifically like the older ones, the ones that have been on the market for a while, they have maltitol, and that rips up my stomach. And most people will have a bad reaction to maltitol because it's a really, really harsh sweetener. So I try to avoid maltitol at all costs. And if the Atkins bar that you like doesn't have it, then I say go for it. Lizzie, you guys read Lizzie's comment about getting pregnant on keto when she couldn't get pregnant for 9 years. I have heard so many stories like that. And honestly, it terrified me a little bit because I don't want kids. I was like, is keto gonna get me knocked up? Because I don't want that. But I've heard so many people say that, and I think it has a lot to do with keto and like cutting out sugar. I know keto is a buzzword, but when you cut out sugar from your diet and these like inflammatory grains and stuff, your hormones are balancing in your body because sugar is a huge hormone disruptor in your body. Whether you like want to agree with me or not, that's a fact. That's a fact. So whether you don't like keto or do like whatever, sugar fucks with the hormones in your body. So when you cut that stuff out, your body and your hormones and everything, it's like rebalancing. That's why your period can get weird. That's why like it might take a few months for your period to normalize when you start keto. That's why people who haven't had a period for a decade will start a period when they start keto because your hormones are literally like healing, like your body's healing. So that is why I think a lot of people get pregnant when they start keto because it just kind of like, it's like an internal healing diet. Kind of scary though when you don't want to get knocked up. I have used Premier Protein. I love Premier Protein. I'm just not someone who drinks a lot of their like calories or meals, and so I don't have Premier Protein a lot, but I do love it as like a coffee creamer, and I do think it's really good. Creek Girl, I'm so glad you brought up cystic acne because I used to have terrible acne, cystic acne. You can still see the scars. Let me try to get close. You can still see the scars from when I had really bad acne. See like the pitting? All this pitting. This is from all of my bad acne from when I was in my 20s. And starting keto, like I never get zits anymore. I think I get like a zit here or here every once in a while when it's like my time of the month. But I used to get these like, I have pictures and stuff. I think I've posted them on Instagram before. These like deep, cystic, painful acne, like under the skin, fucking shit from all like, and I just figured it was stuff I was putting on my skin. It was the fucking food I was eating. It was the food I was eating because as soon as I stopped eating sugar, my acne went away. It's so scary to like think about all the damage you were doing to your body without realizing it for so long. Churn Stella. So you don't have to test for your ketones. I don't test personally, and I don't even recommend anyone test for ketones because why? Like, what's really the point? Ketosis is cool, but it's not required for weight loss. And if you're eating about 20 net carbs a day, you're gonna be in ketosis. So you don't need to check. And the pee strips are number one, like gross. Why do you want to pee on stuff if like you don't have to? Like stupid. So the pee strips though, like besides being gross, they're inaccurate. After a few weeks on keto, your body's gonna start using the ketones instead of peeing them out. So you're gonna like start not registering on the pee strips anyways. And then the blood meters, they're really expensive and they hurt. You have to prick your finger. I just think it's so stupid and like unnecessary. And also your ketones in your blood that are circulating, they're going to change for various reasons, and they're going to change throughout the day, and they're going to change all the time. They could change if you exercise, they could change for a million reasons. So why stress yourself out to test your ketone levels? There's like really no point, because if you're in a caloric deficit, if you're eating 20 net carbs a day, you're in ketosis and you're going to lose weight. So there's just no point. So I just go by feeling good and not stressing myself out with like ketone testing. How many calories do you eat per day, and do you exercise at all? So I've answered this earlier, but I'll say it again. I just don't like giving a calorie number of like what I eat for calories a day, because I don't want somebody who's just starting keto and who's like maybe 350, 400 pounds thinking that they need to eat the same amount of calories that me, somebody who's 170, needs to eat, because our caloric needs are going to be very different. So what I recommend you do is download Carb Manager and put in your height, your weight, your activity level, and your goal and all that, and that will give you your calorie needs. But I just don't like to say what my calories are, because I don't want anyone else thinking that like that's going to be relative to them, because it's very personal. Like your calorie needs are very personal to your own body. Because if like you eat too low of calories, like if you're 350 pounds and you're eating like 1,000 calories a day, you can really jack up your metabolism, and I don't want to contribute to anyone messing up their metabolism, you know? Kimmy, my Instagram name is ketohalfasser. It's the same everywhere. I'm ketohalfasser on Instagram, ketohalfasser on YouTube. What else am I on? Facebook. I think that's it. I'm just ketohalfasser everywhere. Yes. Pody? Yes, it's the Carb Manager app. That's the app that I've used since day one. That's like my favorite app in general, because it uses pretty similar like macro calculators as like most of the internet ones. Like there's some good internet ones, but I've found that it's pretty similar to like all the popular ones on the internet. So I just have always used Carb Manager. Thank you, Tiffany. I love you too. Maria, during the week, because this is my 3rd year of keto and I'm like completely fat adapted and it works best for my schedule, I usually just eat dinner. I usually like will eat one big dinner, but on the weekends I eat whenever. When I first started keto, I was coming off of the standard American diet of eating 3 times a day. And so that is what I did for like my whole first year, is I still ate like 3 times a day. And I don't recommend intermittent fasting or OMAD, like 1 meal a day or anything like that, unless it's easy for you and enjoyable for you, because fasting isn't a requirement. It isn't something you have to do. It's just something that develops over time naturally because you become fat adapted. I just don't even get hungry until like late afternoon anymore. So that's why I choose to pretty much eat like most of my calories and carbs and stuff at dinner. I don't do a lot of snacks, but I mean, you certainly can snack on keto. Just track it and make sure you're not overeating. But yeah, you can have like bacon, P3 packs, like deli meat, cheese, almonds, pecans, pepperoni. One snack that I loved when I first started keto, I was just talking to my friends about this. I would take pepperoni, like sliced pepperoni, put it on a paper plate with a paper towel, and then I would microwave it for, I don't know, like 30 seconds or so. And the pepperoni becomes chips. They're like crispy, like chips. And so you can either eat them just like that, or you can dip them in cream cheese and maybe put some like everything but the bagel seasoning on top. And they're so, so good. Okay, I'm eating the Cobb salad from Chick-Fil-A with the spicy grilled chicken. And I put, like normally I would put this creamy salsa dressing on top, but because I'm at home, I just put on this Buffalo Ranch from Terrapin Farms. You can get this at like Home Goods. Pink Daisy, are you at your goal weight? I don't have a goal weight. I've never had a goal weight. I'm just kind of living. My goal, honestly, is just to be like in homeostasis. You know what I mean? Where I can eat a satisfying amount of food, enjoy my lifestyle, implement off-plan days like when I can and when I want, and still have a healthy body. And I'm definitely there, but that doesn't mean that like I feel like I'm done losing weight. I still feel like I have excess body fat. I think I'm at like around 40% body fat, 35% body fat. So I would like to lose some body fat just because that would be healthier for me, but I'm still happy and I'm still very healthy. So no, I'm not at my goal weight. I don't really have a goal weight, but I'm fine here too. Like if I were never to lose another pound, like that's fine. Skin will tighten up. I don't know if I agree with that. My skin's pretty loose and not tight. I think it depends on your body because there are some people who've lost a lot of weight who have very minimal loose skin. And then there's some people like me who've lost 170 pounds who have it on every inch of their body. But it's fine. It doesn't bother me. Like obviously I wish I didn't abuse my body my whole life and like didn't have this loose skin, but it's not something that's like hindering my mental health or like my happiness or anything like that, you know? What keto beverages do you like? Diet Dr. Pepper is bae. Love Diet Dr. Pepper. Iced tea, and then I sweeten it. I'll either drink it unsweet or I'll sweeten it with liquid Splenda. Any diet soda, really, I like a lot. I like Bang energy drinks. Those are really good. Yeah, so I don't really drink a lot, but my favorite, and there's a lot of keto alcohol. I really would fuck with rum, like spiced rum, like Captain Morgan, and Diet Dr. Pepper. That's my favorite drink, hands down. But there's a lot of like low carb seltzers, like Truly. There's low carb wine. There's low carb champagne. There's Prosecco. Most like whiskey, vodka, tequila. Those are all like zero carb. But you have to be careful too because your body's gonna burn the alcohol or like try to use the alcohol before it taps into body fat or anything like that. So I wouldn't do it like every day if your goal is weight loss, but you can certainly still drink and be keto. I don't really take electrolytes because I don't drink a lot of water and I don't get keto flu or muscle cramps or anything like that. But if you were getting headaches or muscle cramps, stuff like that, then I probably would do electrolytes, but since I don't, I don't. It's never taken me like 5 hours to eat a salad. I talk way too much, apparently. The app name that I referenced for like calories and carbs and stuff, it's called Carb Manager. And that's the app that I downloaded like my first day of keto. And that's always what I kind of used. I still use it from time to time. I just don't use it every day. Sometimes I still like to track my day of eating just to revisit it. But I've been doing it so long now that like I don't really need to track every day. And you'll find that too, that you'll eat the same stuff a lot. So you don't really need to track as much as like you do in the very beginning. It's really helpful to track in the very beginning because you get a good idea of what is in stuff. Sandy, yes, I eat keto baked goods all the time because one of my friends owns a keto bakery. Thank God. I'm blessed. I'm fucking blessed. No, but she hooks me up. So I have keto cookies, keto brownies, keto cheesecake, and I don't have it every day, but probably like every other day.
Yeah, like every other day. I'm just a boy.
Is he done?
That's French for
He
now.
farted. How do you fart so much? Like, how do you have the fart power to fart so much, like on demand? Like where you can, like years of training, like where you can just come in here and like bust a fart out. Which of their dressings did you choose? I got the creamy salsa. This one is really good, or the avocado lime is also really good. Chatty Kathy, you drink as much water as you want to drink. I'm like, drinking water is never, I think, going to be bad for you. I just don't because I'm a shitty, trash human being. I don't know. Like, I've never been a big water drinker and I never will be. So I just personally just don't drink a lot of water, but it's probably better if you do, I would assume. But it's definitely not like required or anything. Did you count calories? So, okay. When I first started keto, I didn't count calories. I was 340 pounds and my body was burning calories at a very high rate because when you're larger, you naturally have this very high metabolic rate of burning calories. And so you don't need to be like as stringent, but as you lose weight, you burn less. And so you need to start paying attention to them like down the road. And it's also just better to focus on carbs at first anyways. Like just get used to that first because that's the hard part. I do net carbs. I've never done total carbs because I love myself. Total carbs is way too hard. It's like way too limiting. And I like keto treats and snacks and stuff, and so a bitch is gonna be counting net carbs for that. Like, give me my fiber, okay? Let me subtract it. I'm sorry if I missed any questions. I'm like trying to numb. If I missed any of your questions, you can just say it again. What are you guys eating for dinner? By the way, tell me what you're eating. I've lost 25 pounds and now I'm stuck. Amanda, yeah. Every person who has lost any significant amount of weight will tell you we all plateau, we all level out, we all, you know, it happens. So you just have to keep doing what you're doing. Keep on keeping on because your body will adjust. You will adjust. You'll get kicked out of the plateau. You'll overcome it and it'll be fine. But sometimes we can go like weeks without losing. But make sure if it's like a couple months or more of not losing that you're in a caloric deficit. Burger, no bun, and Brussels sprouts. Sandy, bitch, that sounds good. What's on your burger? Keto-friendly chips. I love the Quest tortilla chips for salsa. 1 second. I happen to have my keto crate on the counter. For other chips, these, you can get these on Amazon. They're kind of expensive, but these came in my keto crate, but they're pretty good. They're Genius Gourmet. These remind me of like Bugles, kind of. I wouldn't say they're like a tortilla chip, but they're more like a thick, poofy, like Bugle type chip. But these are good. The Quest tortilla chips are good. I just don't like the Quest potato style chips very much. Those are just eh. Thank you for doing this live. Aw, Creek Girl, you are So welcome. And steak and broccoli with cheese is probably like my top 5 meals of all time. So good. Leah, you're still here, bitch. Of course you're eating buttercream for dinner. I'm making keto KFC copycat. Ooh, you should TikTok that. Meat and green vegetables. Dang, you guys are eating good and healthy. I had a Chipotle bowl with veggies, chicken, cauliflower rice. So how was your cauliflower rice, Maria? Because my cauliflower rice from Chipotle was vile. Texas Roadhouse is like, I wanna be buried either at Texas Roadhouse or at Costco. Like those are my 2 favorite places on earth. I love Texas Roadhouse and I love Costco. Jessica, for the Quest chips, I usually get them at Target because you can get packs of 4 for $8. So they're $2 a bag. You can also get them on Amazon, and you can get them at like Vitamin World, GNC, Sprouts even sells them, Walmart sells them, but they just don't sell all the flavors. So I just like getting them at Target, and I like the taco flavor the best. Jalapenos stuffed with cream cheese, wrapped in bacon. You just like gave me foreplay. I love air fried poppers. Keto friendly Salisbury steak, cheesy cauliflower rice, and broccoli. Oh yeah. Oh, I want Salisbury steak. Leah, will you have your husband make me Salisbury steak? Pink Daisy, Five Guys bowl is one of my favorites. Has your blood work improved like cholesterol? My blood work is ridiculously better than, I don't know why, but like my nose keeps getting stuffy. So my blood work before keto, I mean, it wasn't the worst, but I was early 30s, like young, you know what I mean? And I had high triglycerides. My triglycerides were 115. Now they're in the 40s. And if you know anything about blood work, triglycerides in the 40s is like so good. Let's see what else. Oh, my A1C, which is the glucose circulating in your bloodstream, like it's how they measure diabetics. So pre-diabetes, your A1C is 5.6. Before keto, my A1C was 5.5. So I was right on the cusp of being diagnosed pre-diabetic, and I was terrified of that because both of my grandparents on both sides of my family were diabetic. Now after, I think even like, it was like 7 months of keto, I got my blood work done like 7 months in, my A1C dropped to 4.7. 4.7. Just with diet. Just diet. And it's amazing to me because like, these doctors and healthcare professionals, like they recommend these diabetics to eat carby foods. And carby foods is what causes diabetes and like what contributes to worsening diabetes. And I almost had pre-diabetes and I completely reversed that through food. Just by eating food. Which is so amazing to me. But all my blood work overall has improved, like hands down. I had your tomb ready at KKC. We are farmers. Our freezer is always stocked with beef and pork. Ooh, lucky. My freezer is always stocked with Keto Kitchen confections, cookies, and cake. You're right, Maria. It does depend on the Chipotle for the cauliflower rice because I've had some people tell me like it's really good, but mine tasted like dirty feet. I made spaghetti with zoodles and my daughter made keto pizza pockets. That's awesome. Holy shit, the A1C is awesome. You go. Thank you. Thank you. I like to talk about blood work because I'm such a like blood work person and like sciencey nerd, you know, like I love that part of keto. But a lot of people don't really understand when I say that I have triglycerides in the 40s, and like my A1C is 4.7 and it like dropped almost a whole point. Like most people don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But I'm like, that's the best part of keto. Like the lab work. Mermaid. So I lost most of my weight in the first 2 years. My first year of keto, I lost 100 pounds. My second year of keto, I lost 60 pounds. My third year of keto, I lost 10 pounds. Do you ever eat carbs? Yes. And if you mean, like I eat carbs every day, it's just usually in the form of like vegetables and stuff. But if you mean, do I ever go off plan? Yes. Because I'm human and I will never be one of those people who can never have a cheat day. You know what I mean? Like I'll never be one of those people. Like I'll always be off keto on Thanksgiving. I'll always be off keto probably on Christmas too. Like, you know, and just like every once in a while, like if I'm trying somewhere new or like I'm out of town and like eating is part of the experience or whatever, then I'll allow myself to go off plan. But keto is my lifestyle. So like 95% of the time I'm eating 20 net carbs per day or less because that's how I feel my best and that's how I stay healthy. Have I ever considered being a person's coach? You know, I get asked all the time if I offer coaching services and stuff. And I just like to help people through my social channels. Like I have a ton of highlights. If you go to my Instagram, it's ketohalfasser. I have so many highlights of just like talking keto shit, keto food, how I order. Like I have a ton of posts, you know, talking about keto stuff. But I don't want to take anyone's money to coach them because I would love your money, don't get me wrong, but I believe that if you're going to make this change for yourself and if you're going to be successful, you can't constantly like have your hand held. Like you need to do some work. Like you need to do some research yourself. And that's not to say you can't ask for help because we all have to learn and we all have to start from ground zero like I did, just like everyone else. But you need to immerse yourself in like information and research and like learn as you go and trial and error, and don't be afraid to fuck up. You know, like you can't be afraid of that. And if you have a coach like coaching you every step of the way, what are you going to do when that's over? Like when your month of coaching is done? You know what I mean? Like, are you going to want to be paying $300 a week to somebody for the rest of your life to like tell you exactly what to eat every meal of every day? That's silly. Like you kind of need to learn this stuff on your own. And that to me is like how people get successful, is because they take the time to research the stuff, to like experiment, see what works for them, see if they can have low carb tortillas without like wigging out over it, or you know what I mean, stuff like that. You just have to like figure out what works for you. And I feel like when you're being coached and like your hand is being held, you just have less accountability for yourself. And I feel like that's just never gonna work in the long term. I'm a long-term ass bitch type of person, and so I'm not really about short-term stuff. I don't think a lot of short-term things equal success. So I don't think these fasts, for example, like egg fasts, extended like water fasts, or beef and butter fasts, or prove it ketones, these are all short-term things, and your goal is long-term. So coaching, fasting, products, ketones, these are all things that aren't at the end of the day going to make you change your life. You're going to make you change your life. You are, because you're capable of doing that. Even though you doubt yourself, you're capable of it. Creek girl, I don't eat breakfast a lot, but when I do eat breakfast, I really love omelets. I love a good meaty omelet with cheese and veggies and bacon, and I love sausage, hard-boiled eggs, chia seed pudding. When I first started keto, I made chia seed pudding all the time with you just put some chia seeds in a bowl with full fat coconut milk in the can. It's disgusting if you don't use full fat coconut milk. If you use almond milk or something, don't do it. But the full fat coconut milk is really good with some vanilla, and then you can flavor it however you want. But I've never really been a big breakfast person, but eggs, bacon, sausage, cheese, omelets, the usual. I tried an egg fast once, and once is all you need, girl, because don't do it. When people tell me they egg fast, I'm like, why do you hate yourself? Eat food. Stop torturing yourself. I want to personally not hate eggs, because I like eggs. And if I was forced to eat nothing but eggs for days, to what? Lose 3 pounds? Fuck off. No, I can do that just by eating keto, just normal keto, and not hating eggs at the end of the day. You know what I mean? I hate egg fasts. I hate all these weird, trendy things that all these social media people tell you to do to lose 5 pounds. It pisses me off. So glad I joined tonight. Aw, thank you. Sharon, Stella. I don't know how to say your name. I'm sorry, but thank you for joining too. I'm glad you came. Did you exercise or did you at the beginning? Sandy, no. I lost 160 pounds in my first 2 years of keto with 0 exercise, but I started taking daily walks after I lost so much weight because I was like, oh, moving sucks a lot less now that I weigh less. So I started taking daily walks. And then just recently, a couple months ago, I started implementing some slow jogging into my walks as well. But that's the most exercisey I've ever been in my whole life. So you definitely don't have to focus on exercise to lose weight if that's not something you're comfortable doing. Because I know when I was 340 pounds, I was like, well, if I have to exercise, that's a deal breaker. Because no, thank you, ma'am. No, have you ever tried to exercise at 340 pounds? It sucks. Just walking around the goddamn grocery store was sucky. You know what I mean? So I was like, let's do keto instead. But weight loss is definitely achieved here, in your mouth, in your face hole. That's where the weight loss happens. But exercise is definitely good for you. You know what I mean? I'm not saying don't exercise, but I'm just saying it's not a requirement. Keto is my lifestyle. I've been at it 1 year. Congratulations, Laura. I love a fellow long-term ketoer. How do I still have salad? I feel like I've been eating this salad for 57 years. I'm I haven't even dented it. Apparently, I just need to come on alive every time I eat a meal, and I'll eat a lot less. Slug. This is the Cobb salad from Chick-Fil-A, and I get it with spicy grilled chicken, and I get this creamy salsa dressing most of the time, or the avocado lime ranch. Or their regular ranch, but I think their regular ranch is kind of gross. Been on keto for a week and a half and the cravings are real. Brandy, you ain't lying, girl, because your first couple weeks of keto, you are detoxing. You are detoxing like a drug addict from heroin. Your body is going to try every way possible to try and convince you that you need sugar and you need the carbs to feel better. But I promise you, after like the first couple weeks, you feel so much better. You feel so much better. But you literally are, you're like literally detoxing. Sugar is fucking crazy, man. What's a good low calorie filling snack that's low carb? Celery with seasoning. Laughing Cow cheese. Deli meat. What else? There's like a ton, but my brain isn't working right now. I've been doing keto for about 3.5 months and I'm down 25 pounds. Mary, bitch, congratulations. That's awesome. Good for you. When you started, what did you eat in a typical day? So, Lori, I pretty much started my day, just keep in mind, I was 340 pounds and I ate 3 times a day normally. So that's what I did when I started keto. So instead, like I would get fast food or like I would go through a drive-thru every morning. So instead of like a donut and coffee, I would get like an egg McMuffin or a sausage McMuffin and coffee, but I wouldn't eat the muffin, kind of a thing. And then for lunch, it was pretty much like a bunless burger, salad, something like that, like chicken sandwich with no bun, like a side salad kind of a thing. And then dinner was just like protein and a veggie. So like a steak and loaded broccoli or a Cobb salad or a chef salad or chicken with like some kind of sauce, chicken salad, egg salad, tuna salad. You know, the usual. Hi, Tracy from Dallas. Hi from Tucson, AZ. Kelso, how much water do you drink? About that much. Because that's how much it takes for me to take my vitamins at night. I'm just kidding, but like I really don't drink a lot of water, you guys. I'm actually not kidding. I don't know why I said just kidding, because I'm not kidding. Hi from Kansas City. Hi from Tucson. I'm gonna put some buffalo sauce on my salad. That just sounds good. And it's like staring at me. Like, use me. Is he done yet?
Yeah, he's done. Sean's here though.
Sean's here, why?
Because he wants to look at the jar.
Oh. Leaf in my throat. Yeah, I drink a lot of diet soda. I drink a lot of coffee, energy drinks, tea. My bloodstream is basically coffee, tea, and coffee and tea. Like that. And I'm not advocating that like you should do that. I'm like making fun of myself because I probably should drink more water. I just don't. Lori, I have a BJ's TikTok coming up showing you how I order at BJ's. Thank you for watching them, by the way. Have you ever had a 3-shot espresso with a Quest salted caramel protein shake, caramel macchiato? Ooh, Mary, that sounds delicious. I will admit though, I get 6-shot espressos over ice a lot. But I've never mixed them with a caramel protein shake. That sounds really good. I just came across your TikToks and I have a question. What did you eat in a day with keto? Well, doctor, if you look at all of my, if you look at my feed of TikToks, you'll see a lot of my usual meals. I do a lot of salad, a lot of steak, a lot of chicken. I'll show you how I order. And then on my Instagram, I have even more meals. Ketohalfasser on Instagram as well. I have lots of food posted like everywhere. But I think You guys are probably sick of me now. I think it's been like 2 hours. So I'm going to finish my salad and get off of here. Oh, thank you, doctor. That's really sweet. But thank you guys for hanging out with me on my live. I'll try to do more of these where we can just sit and chat and I can answer keto questions because I really love chatting with you guys. I love diet drinks. I keep hearing you should not eat them on keto. I don't understand. You can have diet soda on keto. Anyone that tells you you can't is a hating asshole. Don't listen to them. You can totally have diet soda on keto. Thank you for joining, Lori. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Sandy. You guys are awesome. Have a great night, and I will see you in my next TikTok and on my next live. Bye, guys.